I just read The Alchemist, and it said in it that when you have gold, even if like you show it to people, some of them won't believe you. Most
Yeah.
people believe you. That's not gold, right?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what like I have here, like with these events. I have this
Mm.
gold, and I'm going to tell people about it, right?
Yeah.
Such a
Yeah.
way, like, yeah, I see the gold. Here I come.
I haven't read that book in ages, but that is so true about like a lot of things. People will have an intuitive feeling that this is really valuable and I should do this. This would be amazing. But then the rational brain comes in and it's like, that can't be true.
It's
You know,
not
you
really.
can't trust that.
I show up to this work because it makes my life better and because it helps me make other people's lives more enjoyable and have the bigger impact. But really, why I show up is I want to know so badly, like from my soul, what it would be like to live in a world where more and more and more and more people rode the wave of their life force. What would our schools be like? What would the police force be like? What would
Hmm.
the leaders of the countries be like when they spoke to each other and decided if they were going to bomb each other? Like this
Yeah.
stuff really happening in the world.
Yeah.
And I know that when I am riding that life force, the impact that I make and how it spreads not into just the person I'm talking to, but beyond them too, right?
Right.
Like it's not just my clients, it's their children and it's their partner and it's the people at their work. And so I want to put my full life force here so that more people in the world know about the possibility of showing up as an expression of this life force because I
Yes.
want to send them to the world and I want them to spread that out and I want it to keep going and I want to know, I want to feel what it feels like to live in the world when there's more of us.
It makes such a difference. I'm fascinated with how a way of being spreads through people. I've talked about this before, I think, with you, the 3 degrees of influence, where they can measure the impact that your way of being has on the people that you know and that they know and that those people know all the way 3 degrees. So, like, people that you don't know are impacted by your way of being. And if you're more free, more loving, and more powerful, it bleeds through you into others. And I had this simple math. I talked about this last time. It's like, if I can create 100 Heather Quicks, right? So when I say I create you, right? Like if I can do what I've done with you with 100 people, you're going to do that with at least 100 people. Like that's what a Heather Quick is, a person who's having that kind of same impact that I'm having on at least 100 people just by being in the world. And what I mean like by that, like substantial impact, you make a difference to everybody. But if you can actually, especially like working with coaches and stuff, if you can actually be somebody who makes it their mission to like
Yeah.
liberate people, there's going to be at least 100 in your lifetime whose life is completely transformed and their way of being is completely transformed. And then they're doing that to 100 people, 3 steps, that's a million people. So like it's not just like making a little bit of difference to a million, it's actually revolutionizing a million people's world. And that creates such a huge energy field of that freedom and that love.